you're still the prettiest girl in town. You flatterer, you.
Well, you are.
Yeah.
You can give their old hometown a fashion show. I'm sure they're expecting it.
Well, Jackie, it's changed so. You know, driving in from the airport, I hardly recognized anything.
20 years, friend.
Yeah.
Barrington's come a long way since our high school days.
Uh-huh.
Still, I don't think we're quite ready for this.
Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it?
It's marvelous. Do you just love New York, honey?
Oh, I'm afraid I do.
Isn't it kind of a rat race?
Mm-hmm. And I'm right out in front leading the pack.
Oh, I think it's just great. But, the way you've done just exactly what you set out to do. We must seem like awful sticks to you.
Sticks? Why, Mrs. Arnold Crump.
That's exactly what I mean. I had all the imagination get up and go to marry Arnie Crump. The boy who sat across the aisle from me in geometry class.
Don't tell me that you're not happy.
Of course I'm happy. Do you ever think about getting married, Connie?
Nope.
Kid, you're brave. I couldn't make it alone.
Oh.
I need that man around. I really do. I can't stand alone, and I know it.
Uh-huh.
Then you always were above the crowd.
Now, wait a minute. I don't know if I like that.
Oh, I don't mean as a snob. Oh, golly, no. Well, look at you. Yeah. You were never anything but the little princess. Hey, wait a minute. I got out the high school scrapbook. Come on over here. Oh, wait till you see this.
I haven't seen that in heaven. Oh, forever.
Look at me.
Isn't that Roger Higgins?
That's our boy, the king.
Well, for heaven's sake, he's so skinny. I thought he was Superman. Whatever happened to Roger?
Oh, he went on, played football for Stanford.
Oh?
That's about it, I guess. Worked around town for a while, and he just went away.
You mean that's all?
Mm-hmm. Look, there you are at the senior prom with Earl Luke.
Ah, Earl, wasn't he funny looking? What was it we used to call him? Luke the Spook? Look at that. I was taller than he was.
Yeah, well, not anymore. He's shot up.
Uh-huh.
He's a doctor right here in town.
Oh. I suppose he'll be at the reunion, huh?
Suppose so.
Who'd he marry?
A girl from Oregon.
Ah.
She was drowned several years ago in Lake Tahoe.
Oh, no.
Oh, it was a terrible tragedy. He's got the cutest little boy.
Listen, Jackie. Why don't I ask Earl to be my date tonight? Well, I mean, he's not seeing anyone in particular. Or is he?
Not that I know of.
Good, then come on, let's call him.
Oh, he will just die.
You think he'll remember me?
Remember you. The whole town's been buzzing for weeks about your triumphant return. Oh, honey, look at you there. Why did I ever marry you?
Oh, yeah? Well, you look. You were very grateful.
Oh, here she comes, up and up. Da-da-da-da, the queen.
Wow.
Oh, I'm sorry.
About what?
Well, for being so late. Earl?
Yeah. Hi, Connie.
Oh, hello. Oh, my goodness, Jackie was right. You certainly did shoot up, didn't you?
I'll say you did. Come on, look at the pictures of the early spook.
There's some dillies in here.
And take a look at this little Arnold with braces on his teeth.
Oh, I went off to high school.
I never noticed that, Arnie.
You never looked. She never looked much at anybody.
Oh, she looked plenty at her own reflection in the glass on the hall bulletin
No,
board.
I never did any such thing.
I'll bet you don't even remember the time that I asked you to marry me.
I beg your pardon?
I can see my proposals make a lasting impression.
Well, tell us more.
Yeah, come on. Yes. What did I answer?
I asked you the night before you went to New York. You were going to call me in the morning.
Recall, I forgot.
Oh, Connie, how could you?
I don't know.
See? She could have been Mrs. Harold Luke instead of the nation's #1 sweetheart.
I'm sorry.
Come on, everybody. It's time to face our past.
Oh, I'm going to need this. We'll get the car
All
out.
right, dear. We'll meet you in front.
You'll be glad to know that my dancing's improved.
Oh, he even leads now.
Well, you know, there never was
Where's
anything
he gone?
wrong with your dancing, Earl.
You really don't remember much, do you?
I thought I had a pretty good recall of my salad days, but maybe it's better that I don't, seeing I was such a monster.
You were the queen. The class of '39 would have been pretty dull without you.
Ah, Earl, you always had nice manners.
Well, thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome, sir. It's a nice town, Earl.
Well, it's the best. Tired?
Yes, a little, but I've loved walking home. It's so warm. Would you like to sit out here for a minute?
Sorry. We can only make it a half a minute. I'm going to be at the hospital early in the morning.
All right.
Cigarette?
No, thank you.
Tell me, what did you think of your class reunion?
Oh, it was wonderful.
No, really. What did you think?
Oh, really, it was wonderful. I wouldn't have recognized Roger Higgins.
No, neither would I. He hasn't been around town for years.
The King. A football hero turned into quite a lush, didn't he? Why?
Well, maybe we all did too much for him.
What do you mean?
Well, he always stood head and shoulders above the rest of us, and we worshipped him. But he never had to give anything. And when he got into the outside world, he still stood head and shoulders above the crowd, but they just looked up at him and said, "Okay, big boy, what can you do?" Not how fast can you run. The average man has telephones for speed.
Sad.
Sure it is. Someone should have taken our hero aside and prepared him for the 9 to 6 world.
Who prepared you, Luke?
Me? Well, nobody had to tell me to get in the average line. I was never distracted by any cheering section. But then the cheering never really hurt you when I did it, Connie.
What do you mean?
Well, you and Roger are sort of alike. But you're stronger. You never joined the crowd. Of course, it's easier for a woman. And a beautiful woman is always catered to.
I don't think I like that.
Being catered to?
No, this line of conversation.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Well, I will have to be going.
Oh.
See you tomorrow.
Yes, uh-huh.
They have lunch.
All right.
And I'll drive you out and we'll look at the old school.
Yes, I'd like that.
And dinner.
Well, I'll have to check with Jackie and see what her plans are. Good night, Earl.
Connie,
Yes?
I didn't offend you, did I?
No. No, it's not that. It's just that I seem to have missed a beat somewhere. I feel sort of left out.
Left out? You were an absolute sensation.
No, I don't mean tonight. I mean...
You're still the prettiest girl in town.
That's it. Girl. And I'm a woman now. Good night, Earl.
Good night, Connie.
That you, Connie?
Yes, honey?
Switch off the lights, will you? There by the stairs.
Yes, all right.
We're already tucked in. Night, hon.
Good night.
Yeah, Con. Bye.
Good night, darling. Come in.
Hark now, Queen.
Hi, sweetie.
Where in Farrington is Earl taking you tonight?
Oh, too much?
For the average man.
Well, I figured since it was my last evening, I might as well just give him the best. But maybe I better change, huh? Earl is pretty close to the norm. What do you think?
He is, and you're nowhere near it, thank heavens.
Yes.
Oh, dear. Oh, Connie, I hate to see you go. Don't leave tomorrow.
Oh, my week is up, Warden. I have to.
I've loved having you here. Even though you did spend every night carousing with Earl Luke.
Well, I've had a wonderful time. And Luke the Spook is quite a guy.
Oh, listen, get him to take you to the Hungry Eye in the city. I hear they've got the funniest show.
No, really. I'd just as soon not go dancing tonight. Why don't we all just sort of sit around here and talk, huh?
Oh, will you stop that? Earl can sit around with us any day in the year. Honey, you're a celebrity. He wants to show you off.
Some claim to fame. I can stand still while they take my picture.
Is that the matter, Connie?
No.
Well, I should hope not. Look at you. Your date. date.
Come in.
You know what time it is, young lady?
4:30.
Well, what kind of a date is that Luke boy keeping you out till 4:30? Honey, what is it?
I don't want to go.
Oh, well, for heaven's sake, stay then.
My staying here a few more days won't change anything.
Change anything? What do you want changed?
Everything. Just everything.
You've lost me.
It's funny. I thought it was written all over me.
What?
But I want Earl to ask me to stay on.
Stay on? Why?
Because I want to stay here. But I want to stay because he wants me to stay. Oh, good heavens, Jackie, I like you.
Well, how wonderful.
Oh, there's nothing wonderful about it. He's as dense about the way I feel as you are.
Well, it's just that I never thought. Oh, I'm sure he didn't either. You ought to say something. You float around here being so gosh darn glamorous. Now, who'd ever think it? Well, why don't you say something to him?
Like, let's get married.
Married?
There, you see, his reaction will probably be exactly like yours.
But just the other day, you said you didn't want to get married.
Oh, honey, that's talk. This talk is very cheap, especially that kind of talk coming from a woman. I'm a flesh and blood woman, and I wish somebody began to treat me like one.
Well, do you really want to marry him?
Yes, I do.
Well, are you in love with him?
Oh, I don't know very much about love, Jackie. In my day, many people have told me that they're in love with me. But when you hear the word over and over and over again and you don't feel anything, you begin to wonder what they're talking about. Well, I feel something with Earl, and I feel differently when I'm with him, and I want him to know that I feel differently, and I guess that must be love.
Well, for heaven's sakes, tell him so.
I can't. I don't know how. And anyway, he doesn't even think of me as a person, Jackie. He considers me a date. I'm 37 years old, and I'm still a date.
Oh, Connie, you're being ridiculous.
No, I'm not being ridiculous. If he said no to me, I'd probably panic in my pride and scare him off forever.
Oh, well, Connie, you got to make a move. You got to do something.
Oh, yes, sure. But what? Take a chance on making a fool of myself? By telling her the only thing I want is to make him a good wife?
Well, is it? Now, Connie, don't get mad at me, but is it really?
I don't know. I think so. At least I want a chance at it.
Oh, therein lies the rub. Earl isn't the kind of guy who's willing to take a chance on marriage.
Jackie, you have everything. I want what you got. Help me. Should I stay? I mean, is there a chance for me with Earl? I could cook dinner for him.
Oh, now I've heard everything.
Oh, no, don't laugh at me. Please don't. I'm a good cook. Honestly, I am. Well, look, just because I dress up like Astor's pet horse is no reason I am one. I'll bet he probably thinks I can't even boil water.
You're lonely, is that it, Connie?
Oh, I've always been lonely. That's nothing new. No, Jackie, it's not that. It's... Well, you said it. You told me that I always knew exactly what I wanted, and I went right out and got it. And you're right, I did. I got it. And it's not enough. It's not enough by a long shot. I want to settle down with Earl Luke. Now, it's just as mundane as that, and that's silly.
Oh, you really do, don't you?
Yes, I really do. I love being with him. I respect him. It would make me happy, Jackie, just to make him happy. See, I see you going around making everybody happy, Arnie, Sally, me. And Earl does that, too. He's always giving. To his patients, to me, to everybody, really. I want to give. But I never learned how. I never learned how to put myself out one iota for other people. Isn't that funny? I guess it's because I never had to, huh? I'm going to need an awfully good teacher. I think maybe Earl's the one. Now, how can I tell him all that? Stay. You see it. I see it. Really?
Oh, now I see it. Oh, stay. Connie, you see it. He's just got to. I'll print up cards.
What do you mean, cards?
Oh, honey, that's the show.
Oh.
Good night, honey. You stay, you hear? Oh, God help me.
Well, you're all over this magazine.
Oh, am I?
You sure you don't want to go out?
Oh, no. No, I'm very content here.
So am I. Sure was nice of you to stay home here last night and cook for me.
Well, I had to prove to you I could cook a dinner without igniting the house, didn't I?
Well, the dinner was great.
Oh, thank you.
But I'll bet you don't cook much in New York.
Well, the majority of people in New York live like the majority of people everywhere.
But you're hardly the majority.
I cook a great deal in New York.
It's too bad that Jackie and Arnie had to go out last night.
Yes. You know, I don't really want to go tomorrow. But I shouldn't put it off any longer.
I hate to see you go, Connie. It's been wonderful being with you. You make everything so exciting.
Earl, have I changed? I mean, really changed?
Not at all.
You mean I have always been impossible, is that right?
Oh, not impossible. Just haughty.
I am not haughty. It is this long neck of mine that makes me seem haughty.
Is that it?
Mm-hmm. It makes me seem sophisticated.
You are sophisticated.
Well, is that bad? I mean, it's better than stealing.
It is that.
I like it when you smile, Earl. You have a wonderful face.
Well, you used to think I was funny looking.
I also used to play jacks and make mud pies. I've grown up. Please notice.
Well, believe me, I have.
No, you haven't. Not really.
Something's the matter. What is it, Connie?
I just hate to leave tomorrow, that's all.
Oh, after you're back in New York, you'll wonder how you ever lasted the 2 weeks in this town.
I was thinking of moving back to this town.
You're kidding.
Well, now, what kind of a reaction is that?
Well, surprise. Great surprise.
Why?
Well, after New York, I think that Farrington have little appeal.
Oh, on the contrary. After to New York, it has great appeal to me.
Well, that'd be wonderful, but what would you do?
Oh, I don't know. Open a dress shop, maybe.
Well, if you're really serious, I'd check with the Chamber of Commerce first. You know, there's an awful lot of small shops in town already.
Well, it was just a thought.
And a good one, too.
Would you like some more coffee?
Oh, Connie, it's late. I've got to go. I
Oh,
have to stop by
really?
the hospital.
Oh, yes. Well, of course. Earl, why don't you come back after you're finished? There's more cake.
Fine, if it's not too late.
Oh.
Connie, do you really think you might be coming back home?
Yes, I'm going to think about it.
Well, that would be wonderful.
Oh.
If I don't see you later, would you call me in the morning before you leave?
Of course.
You promise. The last time you forgot.
No, I won't forget. I promise I'll call you in the morning.
Good night, Connie.
Good night. Earl. Oh. No kiss? Suppose when I call you tomorrow, I answer that question you asked me 20 years ago.
What?
Good heavens. Your proposals don't make a very lasting impression on you. Oh, don't look so scared. I was only joking, honestly.
I'm not scared. Are you joking? Are you, Connie?
No. For some reason that I don't quite understand, I seem to be getting a second chance. Ask me to stay. Please. But that is, of course, if you want me to stay,
Of course I want you to.
Well? Ask me.
Will you?
Yes, I will. And don't worry, I won't count this as a proposal.
Please do. Well, what do you know? Well, Luke Spook ends up with the prettiest girl in town. Well, that's America for you.
Now, here's Miss Young.
Thank you, John. There's an old English proverb which says, the heart that gives gathers. Well, good night. And we'll see you next week.